Okay, so last time we played NieR Automata, it seemed like the plot was we're in a distant future, aliens invaded Earth, they basically got humans to run away to the moon and filled the Earth with robots. And so humans haven't been on Earth for like thousands of years. They've been living on the moon, and they built these androids, like the main character is one of these androids, to go fight the robots and try to take Earth back. So I'm an android person, that's an android person, the two little robots are like our servants. We've been doing this thing where we go around murdering robots, and then we were doing the last mission where it seemed like the robots were getting more and more intelligent, like they were speaking, and then we went from, oh, they're speaking a little bit, to they're banging, and they all got together in a big ball, and they pooped out a baby robot, but it looked like a human. It looked like Sephiroth, but a Ken doll Sephiroth with no junk. We had to fight him. He's like a robot baby. Yeah. And that's what's going on. We're now in this amusement park area where all the robots are friendly. Like in the past, these robots have been hostile, and now they just chill out and you can kind of talk to them and say what's up. They built an amusement park in a city and they all seem very friendly, which is surprising. We expect the alien robots to be mindless bad guys, so I'm trying not to murder them. When I first came into the town, I was recklessly murdering them. Hey, Capo Plaster, how's it going? Interested to make this. We went over by about 15 minutes last time, so if we get to a natural stopping point when the clock reads 5 hours, we'll go ahead and switch to Yotam a little bit early, since this game doesn't make it easy to save. Hello. So it was a pretty big shock when we first got here. Like, I just started murdering the robots because that's my job. I murder robots. And then I realized that they weren't attacking me back, and I'm like, I'm just killing them.
It's terrible.
They're just friendly robot people. There's no reason for that.
Can't be reckless.
This robot invited me to come to their village, is the last thing we left off with, so I'm gonna go ahead and follow them. There were some other robots earlier that were riding on a tank, and my companion was like, we should probably destroy that tank. But they weren't, like, shooting me or anything. They were just doing a little party on the tank. They had fireworks. It was real cute.
What was the game where I went into a village and just immediately aggroed everyone?
That was Divinity Original Sin. Yeah. We were trying to do the co-op playthrough. Hey, Propagable, what's good? How's Driver San Francisco Zavad's treating you?
This way. This way.
What's that?
Oh, right.
The main character is
wouldn't have seen
2B.
that before.
9S
They're
is
sending
the
supplies
forever
up from
alone,
Earth to the moon in
friend
a bunker.
zone boy in
There are no spare parts or fuel in space, after all.
Huh.
It's a good game to introduce racing games because it's so goofy.
So why don't the machines, or the aliens who created them, attack the bunker directly?
So this
They
is something
originally
cool this
came
game
here from
does.
outer
Like, it
space,
just switched to
right?
being side-scrolling
Well,
pretty
theories about
seamlessly.
that, but no one knows
It uses
for sure.
the same engine and everything.
Hard to tell what an alien is
Same
thinking,
controls. It was very pretty too. And now it's back to being 3D exploration.
Hey.
So this just came out of nowhere. I mean, I guess they built up a little bit where they're like, hey, it looks like the robots are talking. And the robots are like, hey, please don't hurt me, it hurts. And then they made a baby, and now they're friendly and waving flags around. So this is right next to their amusement park.
They all have white flags.
Looks like they really don't want to fight.
So I could still murder them here. I'm just not going
Before
to.
we begin, there's something you must understand. We are not your enemies.
2B! We can't trust anything the machines say.
I understand that you see us as the
It's
enemy.
our job to murder them, so I'm acting out by not
My
killing all
name is
these people.
Pascal. I'm the leader of this village. Those who reside here desire nothing more than to live a peaceful existence. Look around for yourself. You'll see that it's true.
You kind of had to be there. Okay. Relationship with you androids. Take this to an enemy in your resistance. Watch that blow everything up. I'd love if they do the reverse twist where the robots are actually tricking us. Hey, save point. So the way save points work in this game is that since you're an android, if you die, it just uploads your consciousness, so you build a new body and you come out of one of those machines. That's why the game is difficult about saving. You can't auto-save. Then all the music in the game, the lyrics aren't like Japanese or English. These are other players who died. I can pray for them.
How did they die here? None of the robots attack.
They may have gotten aggro on the robots. Maybe the robots fight back if you kill them. I'm not sure. Certainly a lot of bodies, though. That happens in Dark Souls a lot, where you're like, this place seems safe, and then there's just bodies everywhere, and you're like, Please surrender. Please surrender. I can get that item. Okay, so if I have to kill him to get the item, I'm not sure I can bring myself to do it. This guy's got a little top hat.
It's classy.
It's pretty existence. There's nothing else but what he makes of himself. Pretty deuce, you're here to listen to me expound upon the great mysteries of existence. Okay, so the robots are already existentialist. I wonder if they're trying to get at, like, once the robots start to become sapient, they just accelerate really quickly. No point talking to Jean-Paul. By his followers? Thick paint on her face. I think it must be below me. Let's see.
Is there some quote from, like, The Big Lebowski about nihilists that you could turn into an exclamation point nihilism?
I kind of like that exclamation point nihilist. It is a command in my bot, it just doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
The text for it is blank.
It's like, goddamn nihilist, or something like that.
Say whatever you want about the tenets of National Socialism, dude. At least it's an ethos. Something like the same John Paul. Why does this robot has makeup and a ring?
Her face was beat to the walls. Come on, girl.
Would you say that she's Ratchet?
No, she's fierce and fabulous.
Look at my map here. So there's one that's like beneath me. I don't know how I get to some other quests back in the town. My main quest is delivering the fuel filter to an enemy. It's the leader of the androids that are on Earth trying to fight back the robots.
Excuse me, do you have a moment? Please?
Body or oh, it's another dead person. There's a lot of dead people in here. It's very troublesome. If I pray for them, I think it gives them a full heal if they're playing the game at that moment.
Oh, nice.
It's kind of cool. I like this asymmetrical multiplayer thing Dark Souls is that too. Find my little sister. Went off into the desert.
She sure cares about her little sister, huh? Still, it's pretty funny to hear machines
giant
talk about siblings. Do you think she just means they were built at the same factory or something?
Maybe.
Just as good whimsical music, yeah. I like that it's not actually English or Japanese. It's a constructed language. It makes it less distracting. I usually don't like vocals in my video game music, but now it sounds like they're just using the voice as a instrument. Yeah, so now it's 3D again. Well, it's a third-person perspective instead of side-scrolling. Oh, is this back to the original area where we started? It's kind of cool. Gonna be able to make a shortcut here? Oh, I think so.
We can get into the city ruins if we move that box.
Okay.
I'm gonna get right to it.
Operator 60 to 2B. Time for your regularly scheduled contact.
Dude, what the fuck is wrong with her?
That's a really
2B
good
here.
question.
What's wrong?
Oh. There's this operator I kind of liked, but when I asked her out, she turned me down.
Good for you, Yoko Taro.
Honestly, 2B, I don't know how I'm supposed to go on living.
I am definitely not the person to discuss this with.
I don't think I can stand spending one more day in this bunker.
You leaving would be bad for me. It
She's
would
also
affect
an
mission
android who's talking
efficiency.
to me, so it sounds like the...
Are you saying you need me, 2B?
All Model B combat units require the assistance of an operator. So,
2B?
So, great way to comfort her.
that's all. Closing this channel.
I thought they said something about the androids not being allowed to have emotions. I'm also, I think all the operators are female, but I'm not sure. The combat robots. And if I go fishing, I use my little robot to do it. Okay.
Commencing fishing.
This game is so goofy. And I think most of the fish you catch are robot fish. 2B has said emotions are prohibited in the past.
Catch.
Hey!
Complete.
That is a cart machine, so it is not a real cart.
What use does a robot have?
When I saw that you could go fishing, I was like, what the hell? Yeah, so these are the guys. I don't even think these guys are hostile to me. I don't know if they ever have been. I've just been killing them because they give me XP. And they drop stuff. But I don't think they've ever hurt me.
You should focus on people out here.
That's rude.
That's horribly
This guy's
rude.
got a gun on his chest, and he's leaving me alone.
But he ain't even coming for you.
You know, maybe he was just born that way.
I don't think it ever occurred to me to see if they were hostile. I mean, once you start attacking them, they try to defend themselves.
Well, wouldn't you?
I know, yeah. But I just assumed, well, because they're attacking me, they must have always been attacking me.
That's right, you're a monster.
This game did a pretty good job of that. They have good reason to want to murder me, too, because they know that my brand of,
AI.
yeah, my android just goes around murdering them. It's Maybelline. Sure. Accept all the quests and then not do them. Are quests time limited in this game? Can you progress the main story too far to not be able to do side quests? This feels like the kind of game that's going to destroy the resistance camps. These people are all androids. They look like humans, but it's like the Blade Runner kind of androids. Fuel filter. Oh, she's already been consorting with them. Ah. Okay, I just won't worry about it. The quests don't seem like they pay off too much. Alright, so their job has been to come down and take the world back from the machine. So the fact that they're already trading with some what they believe to be peaceful robots is a little suspicious. I thought she was going to be all upset with me, like, what are you doing? You're trading the machines are the bad guys. You can't do that.
This reminds me of some New York.
From what?
Music reminds me of New York.
Then you go find you a music box. The weirdo working out for herself. Music box. She did not need to slide down the ladder like that. It might have been because I was holding the wrong button.
She got help.
Alright.
Well, what do you think?
He just started transmitting to us directly.
Don't
Now
think
do you
they have
believe
that
we're not a
power.
threat?
Your mouth can say anything it wants.
Sounds like
but you
he's
still don't
voiced
have
by
a
a
heart.
I suppose
child.
that's technically accurate. Yes, well, you're free to visit our village whenever you like.
Cool. The significance of him being named Pascal, I wonder if that's connected to Nice Pascal. Can do like a Pascal's wager thing?
I thought it was a unit of pressure.
I think it's the same Pascal, isn't it?
I assume so.
What did the unit of pressure and the wager? This is the idea that if you believe in God, you go to heaven. If you don't believe in God, you go to hell. So you may as well believe in God so that you don't go to hell.
Mhm.
This is
Because
logic.
there's no
Other possibilities.
downside to believing in
Yeah,
God.
right.
I'll support him, John.
She's got her own business too, so we got a lot of stuff to talk about
Yeah.
in those sorts of situations.
Well, and I've been watching this dude play video games since we were both babies.
yeah, I used to
so-
direct Metal Gear Solid back in the day.
Uh-huh.
Gotta play that Barbie supermodel game on stream at some point.
Yeah.
I don't think it's as much of a video game as the NES Barbie that Andrea grew up with.
But don't you have a cute little song? When
Yeah.
you die, it's my turn.
That's a pretty good. You recalled that. Accurately.
Well, and like, you die a lot in that game.
You do.
After all, the
Oh, Robin, apparently you have the best American accent.
Hey!
Fair enough.
What's that noise?
2B, this is an emergency transmission from the bunker. We're reading a Goliath-class enemy inside the city ruins. It looks like there are a ton of other machines there with it. All Yorha units should proceed and engage immediately.
A Goliath? This was a trap.
Boss
I
fight.
knew it.
I promise you, we were not aware of this information. I realize the odds of you believing me are strikingly low, but I hope you will nonetheless.
We'll sort it out later. Let's go.
Go to the city ruins. Okay. Can. I think that's the area where I started. It seems like weapons bought from stores are way too expensive, though, right? I could just wait on them to drop, or is that just true for the plug-in ships? Spiky was something like that. Robin Banks grew up and worked in a very urban environment, so I try to have a non-accent, but
2B.
I think you embrace
Command is deploying
whatever.
new
What would
flight
you call
units
your
for us.
accent?
They just set the coordinates, so let's get going.
All of them.
On it.
Okay, all of them. What the flight units?
Uh-oh. Shit's going down.
This area looks different. Some weapons are found.
Oh, yeah, you can totally see her thong. Told you she was wearing a thong.
I was seeing that earlier too,
Right.
and I was like, why did she need a phone?
Yeah, right? She's an android.
Like, does she even have what's the
Lady
point?
bits?
Right.
Scams. Thank goodness for the scam posse.
It's a thong leotard.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, when I wore a leotard when I was a little kid in
most-
ballet class, I guarantee you it did not look like that. It fully covered my butt.
I mean,
Propaganda here with the glasses pushed. It's a leotard.
really,
Yeah.
why would a robot need any of that? Any clothes at all?
Because Japan.
Okay.
I'm not giving this game too much shit for her costume because it hasn't been egregious about it. It's just the way she's dressed, and they don't do any like cutscenes that focus on it like some other games. I mean, when you're climbing a ladder, you can't not see it, and like the camera angle when you're running kind of defaults to being able to see it a lot. I'm trying to give credit where it's due, that it's not doing big cutscenes like Metal Gear Solid that just zoom in on our boobs and our butt all the time. It's definitely deliberate.
Flight units should be on the roof of that building up ahead. It'll be dangerous, but we're not going anywhere unless we pass through that Goliath's legs. We should be careful.
Whoa! It's one of the things I thought of beating the game. I like all the color correction stuff they do in games these days. Oh brother, where art thou effect. I think I left my flight units here because this is where I first landed.
So the music has been intense for a while now, and nothing's attacking you.
Well, that giant. Do you see the giant boss?
No.
Oh, no.
You didn't see the giant robot boss?
No.
You got a robot box fight?
Yeah.
About to happen?
You really didn't see the giant. I'm
No.
sorry. Okay.
I didn't see it either.
Yeah, she didn't see it either.
Wow.
It must have been hiding in the fog.
Okay. Scan. This is David Smith calling because recently
David Smith.
customers renewing your extended warranty for your vehicle. No, I did not. Did not happen. Thank you, Propagable. Just making sure they're not gas. Why can't I? Sometimes when I jump down this thing, I can't use my little float thing. Can you only like activate that after a second? Is it very precise input or something? I also don't think I can jump off the ladder. I think I have to get up to the top and then go down. That's like the 4th time that's happened too. Something I'm doing that's wrong. There's a box down there you can jump on that pops you up.
Why are you falling down?
So I need to get in.
Ooh. Coming for you. Ooh, they coming for you.
That's the giant rock.
Hey, now I see it.
It's a wiring hub.
It's there.
How are you supposed to take that out?
Question. I'm trying to get to my flight suit. That's not where I'm supposed to go. I thought I was supposed to go this way, but it looks like it's blocked. Alright, so I'll just try fighting.
Oh, it's got a little head.
It's just got a little mega head.
Oh, it's so little.
So yeah, is that a thing? Yahan, where people like go out of their way to zoom in on Dragon Quest VIII, Jessica, and so even like this camera angle is pretty unusual from what we've been using up to this point, right? Front to back. It's kind of bullet helly with those shots. You do have a lot of iframes on your dodge, so it doesn't just physically move you out of the way. If you press dodge at the right second, you take advantage. Is this the exact same model I fought at the beginning of the game? Was it level 3 as well? I wasn't expecting me to just kill it.
Let's get to those flight units while we can.
Okay, I wasn't studying. That makes more sense.
careful. The skies are packed with anti-air weapons. Make sure to approach at low altitude.
Copy that.
Even more perspective changes. Now the game's a space shooter. On rails. This is going to be more different. Now it's like the direction I'm facing. Hey, sir. So the weapons I get from shops I can never get elsewhere in the game, so I should just go ahead and buy them on weapons just have It's going fine. I'll keep that in mind for next time.
Target enemies offline. That should do it for the Goliaths.
All
Look
of
out!
them?
It's recharging!
No, absolutely, propagated. It's a Dark Souls problem, because I've already invested in upgrading the katana, I should never use another weapon ever. Just do the Factorio thing and let me disassemble.
Enemy vibrations are growing in intensity. It's resonating in tandem with the area beneath the combat zone.
What the?
Unbelievable.
Alien.
The aliens who haven't revealed themselves in
Right,
hundreds
it's just
of
been
years
their robots. We've never
were
actually seen
hiding
aliens.
underground?
Love that. I haven't seen them for hundreds of years, but we have a nice little alien alert sign. I guess it makes sense. We probably have something like that for like a ballistic missile hitting Hawaii. They were doing gin and juice last night. Laid back.
Sipping on gin and juice. Baby. With my mind on my money and my money on my mind.
John had a few too many because of the low altitude. Like the air is really thin up here at 7,000 feet.
And he was a little heavy-handed with the gin.
Really?
Yeah.
You remember Robin's drink, right?
It's only like
This is your commander.
left
For
in
the first time in
Oh, we
centuries,
need more gin.
And it
Oh.
wasn't you and
intercepted
me.
a signal
Mhm.
belonging to the These
you
are the
have
creatures
two
that are in
weapons.
direct command of the machine life forms on our planet.
These
If
guys
we
are
can
actually
destroy
attacking
them,
me first for
we
once.
can end this long and arduous war once and for all. Our intel team is hard at work attempting to analyze the source of the signal, but we're not there yet. We need more data. All Yorha units are hereby ordered to prioritize data collection above all else. We can't
These guys
let
are pretty
this
high
chance
level.
slip through our
Only
fingers.
level 11.
Glory to mankind.
Glory to mankind.
I used command's data to determine the signal's source and marked it on the map. But it seems to be underground. Like way underground.
Flooded city
Guess we'll see
recon.
once we get there.
I
If
anticipate
we're
that
lucky.
it's going to be an Ender's Game
You're not much
thing,
for
and that
plans, are you, 2B?
the humans are going to be the bad guys now. Maybe the aliens really did take our planet and that was a dick move, and now they're trying to be peaceful, and we're just on a murder mission. I think there's a side quest mark there, but I can't get there.
Tan query.
That's weird, really?
I know, right?
Report.
No, that's
All
bullshit.
notification received.
Here, let me see that. I'm showing it to stream. So this showed up in our Sprite box. It's not even opened, and it's fucking empty. It's just an empty
I
can
owe you
of
a
air.
112 refund.
It's like, I didn't want air, I want Sprite. Damn. Yeah, I know. This is bullshit.
I'd save that. Operator 6-0 is the girl who called me crying about the other operator not going out with her. 2 girls. That stuff is a bunch of occult crap. How are you supposed to figure out your destiny by observing another planet? Yeah, if everyone's going to observe the other planet... Okay, that's fine. Glad she realized it. Your new mission is to capture renegade Yorha members. Not only did these missions go AWOL, but we have confirmed they are engaged in unlawful conduct. So there's already renegade androids like me.
Operator 60
Who are not killing the robots?
I think that's what they're saying.
But you just killed a robot. A really big robot.
I think that I'm gonna end up becoming a
group of
renegade.
Yorha fighters deployed to the city ruins have deserted. We need you to take care of them immediately. But
Yeah, it's pressurized. I can, like, you know, squeeze it like a normal can.
Members deserting?
And it doesn't even have, like, a hole in
Resistance,
it.
no less?
I just... How does this happen?
Rogue Yorha units should be captured and detained in order to keep collateral damage at a minimum.
Now, I wonder if they're rogue. Like, the last boss we fought had hacked a bunch of Yorha corpses and, like, crucified them and was using them as enemies. So I wonder if they are rogue of their own volition or if they were, like, converted and hacked by the machines.
Yeah, but how does that just skip it?
What is this?
Just like, oh wait, guys, no, don't put
It is a
Sprite in
cave
it.
caused by the collapse of an
How
open
did that
space
get through
underground.
quality
That's a
Yeah,
weird
how did
looking
that get
enemy.
through quality control?
Whoa.
Okay, they're not fighting you yet. Now they are. Just gonna say, could have just let them be.
They don't look super friendly though, man. Whoa, they hurt. Also very hard to kill. They only take damage on their little glowy.
Like, Andrea, fuck that bitch.
Yeah.
She's getting a can of air. Cause she's like the can, full of hot air.
Okay, it's blocked even though it's locked on, so... Super combo shit. I'm trying to melee these dudes. They just twist around. Oh, fuck.
Did you just die? Maybe try not attacking them next time. They might just let you be.
Mm-mm.
No? Think they're bad?
Oops.
That's fine.
Oops. I was like, I'm gonna try meleeing them. I'm way too dependent on that, there's a plugin thing I have equipped that automatically uses a healing item when I get low on health, which is great, but if I take enough damage that I pass the threshold where it auto heals me, then it doesn't auto heal me, I just die. Actually, I had just saved.
What is this?
I feel like the only way to fight them safely
It
is
is a
to shoot
cave-in
them.
caused by the collapse of an open space underground.
This is
That's a weird looking at
oh, that's somebody else.
me.
Where's my body at? My whole body back. Can other online players make it to your corpse before you do? I feel like that's not the way it's supposed to work. That's right. Hitting me while I'm in the middle of picking
Right.
these up. There's a lot of dead people here. Where's my body at? They don't stand out super well against the background. I need to get my loot back. If I die again without recovering my body, it's GG, it's gone, so...
Why do you want to recover your body?
It has all of my loot on it.
Ah.
My plug-in chips, items, and stuff. Don't see it, though. This is where I died, right? If you guys spot it on stream, feel free to speak up with general location. Oh, it's on the map. Thank you, Spiky. Good looking out. I love that they can hurt you while you're doing that. I just assumed that they wouldn't be able to. Uma Thurman would be disappointed. I can maybe fight one of these, but three of them, I should just avoid them. It's gonna take forever. At least everyone in chat agrees that these enemies are a pain. Is there a particular weapon that's effective against these things?
The gun. The gun seems to be working.
Slowly.
Well, have patience. Have patience. Have
Cammy's been singing that
patience.
song. It's adorable.
Don't be in touch.
Just avoid them. Okay. Well, I'll try to finish this
Hurry.
I got a level up. I just close, so it's much more expected. Does an XP meter reflect how many more experience points I need to level up again? Or is that just like... It seems fuller than I would expect it to be after I killed that thing. Come on. I don't think I can ever melee this one.
Yeah, that's pretty quick.
Get that extra shot off. Going forward, I'm not going to bother with these guys. They're not fun to fight.
Hey, kicked his ass.
Alright. Plant seeds. Titanium alloys. Let me top myself off here. Those might be more android bodies. I guess I'll just save some android bodies for tactical heals. There's been a couple of them in most of these boss fights too. It's a body. What's it filling up toward? Like, what's the point of the bar? It's not filling up towards a level.
The ground is caved in. There must have been a hollow down there this whole time.
What's a hollow?
Empty space.
Like
Literally
a
a
cave?
hollow. Yeah. A hollow area. So much money.
This hallway looks pretty old.
Oh, see, those are attacking you. You can kill them.
Okay, thank you.
They're being aggressive.
Cool. Nice. I like the kind of universal indicator of attack that's about to start.
Yo, that bitch kidnapped me and wouldn't let me leave.
Raise a good
Told her I
point.
wanted to go home, and she's like, no, you need to stay here with me.
Forever.
That's
Pretty
called
good reason.
kidnapping. And that's a crime.
Be back to only turning my light on as I'm pressing the left stick. I do that in Breath of the Wild as well. I keep crouching accidentally.
Look at all these dead machines. Seems like they've been here for a long time.
This feels like progress. Kidnapping a crime punishable by death? I think it actually is, isn't it?
Is it?
In places with the death penalty?
I don't know.
I think that
Maybe if it was
kidnapping
like
taken
coupled
super
with
seriously.
torture.
It's like a really high-grade felony. I remember being surprised to learn this one day. This thing probably it's not even turned on. I didn't check. I didn't mean to say the machine is not functioning. It's stopped. They're just sparing us the goofy alternate machine verbiage.
What is this place?
Whoa.
I don't know. There's
This
nothing
looks like it's
it in
right
the
out of the
database.
original Alien movie. The room with the space jockey. That might actually be the
Are they?
inspiration for this scene. It feels
2B.
very space jockey.
Look!
Destroyed alien motherships.
Interesting.
Welcome to the graveyard of our creators.
So these look like that robot baby that we fought earlier with the Ken doll. So the robots evolved and killed their alien masters.
You.
2B! Look out!
My name is Adam. The aliens you seek are no longer here. They were wiped out centuries ago. By
That's
us,
cool.
the machines.
Oh, it disappeared because I didn't
And
use
who
it.
knows? Perhaps we'll wipe out the androids next. Machines are weapons capable of evolution. We can
Adam
grow.
NieR.
We can become aware. Eventually, the intelligence within our network began to surpass that of our creators.
I'm glad that the lore dump is during the boss
How
fight
quickly
here.
it happened.
You destroyed your own creators?
Oh, there's no need to fret about them. They were
Makes sense.
infantile.
What happened?
Some
Almost
machines
like
can be less dead.
plants, I guess you'd say. They
Fighting
held
Adam and Eve, they look like the
But
machine
machines
babies.
on the
They're
moon.
evolved.
They are in.
They're evolved robots from the robots we saw earlier. They all look like Sephiroth.
Interesting.
Why that?
Because they are an enigma. They killed uncountable numbers of their own kind.
Okay, thanks for hanging out. See you.
No pressure. It's fascinating, don't you think?
Was that helpful?
No, it was not. Very nearly got me killed.
They drive such behavior. We have dedicated ourselves to unraveling this riddle of humanity. And now we will allow you to assist us. You were made in their image, after all.
Assist you with what?
I'm gonna use all my recovery items in this fight.
It's simple. We need you to locate the humans on the moon and bring them to us. We will then dissect and analyze them in order to drag their secrets forth into the light. Surely you see the attraction. in
Suddenly the
this.
machines are seeming a lot less,
We'd never do that! Can you believe this, 2B? This guy's bonkers.
Well,
friendly? Maybe the Machine Village machines actually are good guys.
I
They're not a lot
suppose
of
this
things.
concludes negotiations. The only remaining option is to destroy you. The same way we destroyed these pathetic little aliens.
Is this the kind of game that I'm ever gonna have to grind? It looks like that one was
Time
scripted to be
grows short.
difficult.
This year, this is the fate that befell our creators.
As for your beloved humans, I guess we'll see, won't we?
I'm mad that they have like hot bodies and faceless.
Well, that's the Japanese. That's their attractive aesthetic.
The aliens were
Called
already
Bishonen,
dead.
beautiful man.
Yeah.
Beautiful boy, I think.
We better get back to the bunker.
Unless you want to do optional high level stuff. Okay. So if I just kill the stuff that's in front of me, I should be leveled up enough to be able to play through the game. That's interesting though. So the aliens are all dead, and the robots that we saw earlier evolved into those Bishonen Sephiroth robots. Killed their masters.
Back this way again? What a pain.
Stop
like
complaining.
lore dump was the boss fight. Like it just lasted until the lore dump was over and the boss fight was over. It's good design.
This is Operator 6.
If you're gonna do a lore dump, don't do it with a long
operational
cutscene.
transporter in the city ruins. We're attempting to deploy
This
them
is
at
my
other
sister
points as well.
Robin.
About
And her
time we
boyfriend
had
John.
access to those.
Care to fill me in?
Transporters? They let you transfer your consciousness to
our
a temporary
salon
body
license.
back in the bunker. I
Hey,
heard some tech
congratulations!
guys talking
That's very
about it a while ago, but I didn't know they
Robin
finally
just
got it
moved
working.
from a franchise salon booth to opening her own salon with a new business partner. She's gonna be saving buku bucks.
How's it hanging?
Hey, it's check-ins.
Your commander told me to build a new access point, so here you go.
Yeah, that's a cool
and I got
perspective
the stupid
there.
transporter up and running too.
Thank you?
I've known the commander for a while now. She sure is good at pawning work off on people. Next time you see her, give her some lip for me, will ya?
So this has a transporter now,
What's your
huh?
salon's name?
Still, transporters are pretty
Short
handy.
North Hair Gallery.
They're way
Oh, you guys-
faster than
so
flight
you're still
units
gonna
when it
keep
comes
rocking
to
Robin's
traveling
little shop of
between
hairs?
Earth and the bunker.
I'm still running.
Flight units also leave us open to attack, and they're expensive to operate too.
You're never gonna bill yourself as Robin Banks?
No, but my salon name is Rockin' Robin's Little Shop of Hair.
Mm-hmm. Now I can work between all of these. That's exciting.
Not super fun.
Congratulations, though. That's really exciting. Hooray!
Oh,
Should add a victory button over here. 20F.
my neighbor texted me earlier too, and I guess our window sign came mail. And they like dropped it off at her door, and she was freaking out because she was knocking at her door. And no one was answering. I was like, oh, I'm sorry, we're out of town. Can you hang on to that for me?
Yeah, I saw that, but the map has these big red circles. Are these like for a side quest or something? I don't think if I hover over it on the map, it's going to tell me. Oh, okay. I don't care then. Transport. When I transport like that, I'm basically just giving up this body and transferring my mind into another body. It's very Eclipse phase. It's cool.
That concludes our report on the events surrounding the alien wreckage. Then they were dead this whole time. The Council of
Someone
Humanity
found
needs
those
time to
rogue
formulate
robots.
a plan. Until then, this information must be kept
We've never met a
confidential.
human in the whole
Speak
game
of
so
it to
far.
no one. Of course. Your next
Everyone we've
mission
talked to has been
is to
an
gather
android or
additional
robot
intel on
machine.
the individual known as Pascal.
You mean that freaky machine we ran into?
This order comes directly from the Council. Knowledge of such unique individuals is
Pascal.
essential for the success of future missions. Understood.
Head to Pascal's village. Seems a little unnecessary. So there's something new. Is there anything new in the bunker? Is there a reason why they would have transported us here instead of doing it over,
Man, the
comm
commander
message?
sure is a slave driver, huh? And now we have to go back to the city ruins. Why don't we rest a little bit, 2B? It's been a while.
I'll rest if I feel like it.
let's see. I don't think I'll ever use any different weapons. Like Propagable mentioned that I said last stream, because this has that Dark Souls weapon upgrade system, it disincentivizes you from trying stuff out. I'll just stick with one. Is that you? 16D. Squad mates. They were all shot down. They could not dodge. Sure, why not? There's a lot of quests. The side quests generally feel like meaningful content in this game. I feel like the couple that I've done have been more Xenoblade Chronicles-esque, where it's like, go get the thing and bring it back. Go kill 10 boars. Best way to get good chips, I see. There's not a lot of ways to know whether a side quest is going to be interesting or not. Like, it doesn't have different icons for important side quests. So I feel like Chrono Trigger is the game with the best side quests I've ever played. They're all meaningful, they're all fairly short. They'll have good rewards, unique stuff. Okay. Well, if there's one that's worth doing, just go ahead and point me to it. I'm more or less going to avoid them in the meantime, though. How do you feel about excessive side quests, Robin? I mean, when you play video games, like, do you try to 100% them? You beat Secret of Mana recently. Kind of just go straight forward with that game. Did you single player that, or did you play with John?
I did not play it with Jan. I played it with my hippie friend who sleeps on the couch.
Oh, it's 9S.
Who was your computer controlled character? The Sprite?
Those machines cost quite the ruckus, don't you think?
Swap them around.
We need to talk.
Of course. I'll help however I can.
Ask about pacifism. Why did you choose not to fight? In life, hundreds of years, we lost countless friends. Friends isn't what scares me. I guess I can tell if they're passive or aggressive based on the color of their eyes, huh? I just noticed that. Green-eyed robots are passive, red ones are aggro.
Yes, Tubi?
Most of it's just the ones here that are green. Getting about the aliens. Wow, yeah, they killed their gods a long time ago.
Yes, Tubi?
Pascal,
Yes, Tubi?
aside from this village, are there any other machines that are cut off from the network?
I suppose that
Like, are they literally networked like the Geth?
defeated in the amusement park wasn't part of the network.
She was the boss fight from before.
You mean that singing thing?
Hackerbot.
Oh, and of course there's the Forest Kingdom. But
Forest Kingdom?
Forest Kingdom?
yes, it's a vast woodland
Hey,
area
with
not
effects,
far
what's up?
from here. There's a group of machines there attempting to build a nation of sorts. They're quite hostile to outsiders, however. We can't so much as
Okay,
go near the
that's good.
place.
Where is it?
Northeast of the city ruins. You should be able to reach it by passing through the ruins of the commercial facility. If you go, however, be careful. Things have been rather rough there lately.
This Forest Kingdom sounds like something we should check out.
The forest from the commercials. There's even more bodies here. That's really interesting. First Kingdom it is. Dreams are the mind's version of reality perfect. Would essence precede existence? Ugh, Jean Paul is not a nice robot. Menial tasks, hooray! really interested that side quests and like open world exploration are even included in this game. They feel kind of tacked on. The scripted directed stuff is outstanding, like some of the best stuff I've ever seen in a video game. I think this is the way we want to go. No, this is for side quests. The Jean-Paul quests are good. This is, here we go. Forest Kingdom, let's do it.
Stop right this instant. Get away from me, dummy!
What was all that about?
No idea.
A little dress with a little picture on it.
She fancy with her mascara and lipstick.
I killed some side quest NPCs last stream. Oh shit. Like in the amusement park? I didn't realize that any of them would die permanently. Whoops.
It's just like Dark Souls.
Yeah. Didn't mean to do that. Thought that all robots were gonna be
Say,
hostile.
2B,
What?
when do you think you'll be willing to call me Nines?
9S works just fine.
Well, yeah, but...
He's friend-zoned.
Man, this job can be pretty rough sometimes, huh?
We don't get to choose our assignments. And you should work on keeping your opinions in check. Yorha aren't allowed to be emotional, remember?
I think some of us are better at that than others.
She's gonna learn. Yeah. I mean, I played games that are good with side quests, and you really think she's gonna stay calm?
She better stay calm.
I hope so too, but I feel like it's
This must be the
obvious.
universal
She's like,
structure I was
I've
talking about.
learned
The
how
records say it
to
was once a
love.
facility known
No,
as a
no, 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 no.
shopping
Just be cool the
center.
whole game, please.
Yeah, stay cold.
I'm operating on the assumption that she's going to change, but it would be a great surprise if she didn't.
No getting through here.
Maybe there's some kind of mechanism we could engage? If
I've
we were
definitely played
human,
games that
we
have
probably would've gone
awesome
shopping and such here, right?
side quests.
More
and really
meaningless
good open world
conjecture.
exploration.
You're so serious, 2B. You know that?
Alert. Multiple machine life forms detected above our position.
All hail the Forest King.
All hail.
Who the heck is the Forest King?
You're getting distracted.
Well, what do you expect? I'm a scanner. Combat was never meant to be my forte.
I think that's actually supposed to be pronounced fort. That was the original pronunciation, but everyone says forte now, so if you said fort, you would sound like a jerk. So don't do that. King of the Forest, Nias, keep up.
Check this guy. He's just running away.
I'm gonna open the gate so we can leave. Or are you just gonna all over this? ABR.
It's going to explode!
Sometimes this game has do you murder them or not choices. Is there another baby in there? Oh, that's...
Huh? Hey, where am I?
What's that?
You would like
Hey
this
there,
game.
guys.
You should play this game.
What's up?
PS4.
This thing's weird, 2B. Let's kill it.
Wait, what? No!
Good idea.
No!
So cold.
Okay, what was that?
That was weird.
Looks like the forest is just ahead.
If you like weird shit, you should play this game. It's
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
weird.
Um,
The banging robot scene. I'll show you the VOD later. Seems weird, let's kill it. 9S has a pretty straightforward attitude about that. I'm not doing a good job of role-playing as 2B, because I think 2B would be killing everything too. Although she often counters 9S, like, what? What's the problem? Dude, there was a robot that was doing cunnilingus on another robot.
Better keep your guard up.
I'm aware of how to
Oh,
fight.
they're like little knights. They got armor.
I will.
And little robot horses. That's adorable. I gotta murder them, unfortunately, but that's still adorable. For the Forest King. This game's mix of fantasy sci-fi. Whoa, I just got fucking wrecked. I was trying to get in the menu to heal as soon as they hit me there. Jiminy.
You got got. You got got, son.
I got. It's definitely
You
true.
been got.
They're just making a baby. Those robots.
Oh, the robot part.
I think Spiky said no wing angel.
It sounds educational.
It was certainly surprising. The game was pretty straight. That was the first really weird thing to happen in the game.
So this machine mother has a child, eh? It's surprising to see them form familial units like that. I wonder if they'll let us examine their brain circuits if we bring the kid home.
Your scientific curiosity is getting out of hand, 9S.
Joking, I'm joking. Mostly.
When I die like that and it restarts from a checkpoint, what exactly is lost? I feel like I had a side quest that I picked up that still is showing as picked up at this point. Should get good and not die to adorable knights. Great. Whoa. You weren't here before. I really need to not die if we're gonna get my body back. Huh. So the saving system is really more about we're going to make it hard for you to restart when you turn the game off, and less about we're going to rob you of progress when you die. That's kind of cool. That ship has sailed.
Yeah.
How wooed.
See, now, I'm being polite because we in public, but you should be there when sometime.
You should. You're holding back? You need to stop holding back.
Oh, I'm sorry. I could be rude?
Yeah, you need to be maximum rude,
Oh,
please.
well,
Just,
I didn't know.
The rules are suspended.
I was trying to be polite.
No.
Oh.
I was like, man, Robin's being really nice today.
Oh, well, you suck at this game.
I was super puzzled.
Yeah. I was ready to, like, take you down last night. I thought we were going to go live while you were playing Dark Souls.
Yeah, I did some Dark Souls 3 last night. Such a good final form.
Yeah.
Are you kidding? Andrea doesn't hold back when she's on stream.
These machines.
They were talking about a king, right? I saw what looked to be a castle further in. Maybe we should take a look.
You'll get plenty of opportunity to berate me, I think, in Jotun. That game's pretty hard. But I think I already fought the hardest boss.
It's not a pleasant sound, is it? It's uncomfortable.
Sorry, guys. John is cooking in the kitchen. It's okay, dude. Just heard the sound and I was like, ew.
He's mixing the sauce.
I've got it half soundproofed. I gotta get another row of acoustic panels and.
Maybe you need to
It's not that audible. That's good to know. Sorry, Mr. Boar. Didn't try to murder you.
I'm quite harsh.
Whoa! Yeah, this game really does a good job of explaining. This game is really well localized.
What is with these guys?
Don't listen to what they're saying, 2B.
It feels, maybe it's just like a next generation. Like, how old is Yoko Taro? I'm trying to think of how best to describe it. I feel like I played a lot of weird Japanese games where it's like this could only be from the mind of a Japanese creator. Like, there's so many ideas in there that are just very foreign to a Western mind. And I wonder... 47? That's younger than I would have expected. How old is Hideo Kojima for comparison? Or Hideki Kamiya? He was 54. I guess that's enough of a gap. I'm trying to think, like, what generation Japanese artists would be more influenced by Western media, you know? Like, the old guard, the people, the very first game creators from Japan didn't have much to influence them. Like, they were coming up with stuff out of whole cloth. Like, sometimes they were taking stuff out of TV, film, and literature. Hideki's also 47. Huh. I can't really put my finger on it. Like something like Katamari Damacy does not feel like it has an ounce of Western anything in it.
How are we supposed to reach that castle?
There's a very Japanese brand of weird. Hey, meteorite. Can't float across there. I'll try to go around back. Hey, it's John. I don't have sound effects for you guys, so I'm sorry. Either seems fine.
Where do you want to sit?
Should still be visible. You can see the camera on the bottom right there. NieR Automata. I'm an android lady. I was built by humans to try to take back Earth from these aliens that took over a long time ago with this force of robots. The robots I'm fighting right now. The aliens died a long time ago, and there's just the robot civilization left, and it's evolved. And now they've got this, like, kingdom. Can you do the king? I'm trying to think what I would do for Robin Knight. Can you pull this chair out and scoot over a little bit?
We could just scoot down, kind of.
Yeah, you want to scoot one down one? This is my sister Robin's boyfriend, John, longtime boyfriend.
Okay.
That's the best word we have in English to mean, like, you're basically married but not yet, right?
Yeah.
I don't think I've heard a better word for it.
Yeah, that's just my baby dad.
John's a nice young man. He looks like the Lord.
Sure do.
Thank you very much. It's his high praise.
Looking like my dude, Christ.
Wife Andrea's, husband Marstead, sister Robin's, baby daddy.
Yeah, baby daddy. Good, right?
The graphics in this game are really good.
That's
No, not the artist.
Huh?
Not Lord, the Lord.
You don't look nothing like the artist.
King of Kings. Or at least, traditional Western depictions of.
Right.
This game is gorgeous.
Yeah, it's really good. It's PS4, you should play it.
So those machines had a king? But how can a concept like loyalty be understood by a machine?
Catch up, 9S. This guy, man, he's just like, what's going on with these machines? He's like, dude, they're sapient. Move on. Like, he's still confused like an hour later. But they can talk. Catch up. They make little Ken doll Sephiroth babies. That's a Persona thing too, where like there's a twist that's pretty clear and the characters are just moronic about it.
See, later we're gonna see the scene where there was a robot working.
Oh, excited.
Yeah, we're gonna go over that later. We missed it. On the last
It was weird. It was very unexpected too. I was like, I'm gonna go in a robot city.
Can these robots reproduce?
They can, yeah. It's weird. They make babies that look like the main character. So they've got like the white hair and they look like humans, even though the parent robots look like this, and they evolve really fast.
Huh. So, motor oil, semen, action going on. Oh no!
That's basically what happens in the cutscene. No, that's a good question to ask. Like, I didn't ask the obvious question, but that's a good one. Like, how exactly did they make a Ken doll Sephiroth baby? It's not super clear.
5W30.
You ever seen that King of the Hill episode where he's trying to unstick a doorknob and the lid on his WD-40 is stuck, so he gets out a smaller can of WD-40 and sprays the lid? It's like the most... Some questions are not worth asking. Yeah, it's one of those games where you're just like, all right, I guess that's a thing that can happen in this universe.
That's fine.
That's fine. That's fine, because that's okay. I don't need to wonder about this. My life's not going to be improved by knowing the answer. The really cool thing about this game, you might see it, we're not playing it for too much longer, but it does these crazy perspective changes where it will go from being like this to being a side-scroller or a top-down like Smash TV Binding of Isaac shooter or like a space shooter like Gradius. Charging up that L1 attack doesn't do anything other than give me more time to aim, right? I was close. If I got hit by another kick, that would have been GG. If we get to a natural stopping point in the next 5 minutes, I think we'll call it, because we went over it by about 15 minutes last time. And then we're going to switch to the next game, Jotun, which is about Norse mythology. It's all hand-drawn. Did you tune in for that one earlier this week, Robin?
No, I haven't been able to tune in.
Been busy. Hello. My save point. Alright, so I can always fall back. I'm going to try to play for another 5 minutes, but I can fall back on that save if you get locked in a cutscene or a boss fight or something.
Yep, this looks like the King's Castle, all right.
It's a save point. It looks like, I thought it was a vending machine the first time I saw it. Like, because since the character's an android, if you die, your memories get uploaded to a different android body and they get rebuilt. So it's like it's basically a main character vending machine. Pop out a new one.
Yeah, Marstead, Anthony easy.
Cat was over here. I showed him my my voting system commands, and he was like, "Yeah, no." He's like, every time I tell someone that you're a stream, and they're like, "Wow, that's an easy job." I will show them that. Would you describe what you do in trying to get clientele as hustling? Is that correct? See, now the game is side-scrolling now, even though it uses the same engine.
The art in this game is really cool.
Yeah, I love the style of this game. The changing perspective is pretty wild. I don't think I've seen a game do that before, where it goes seamlessly. I just walked into the building and suddenly it's a side-scroller. The Like I can't move. I can only move left and right. It's not just a camera angle thing. And it doesn't do like a, oh, the mode has changed. It just kind of happens.
Watch out for hostile enemies, 2B.
Roger that, 9.
Huh? Wait, what did you just say?
Roger that,
The
9.
design of these different areas. Yeah, I know, right? It feels weird when other games don't do it.
You said 9s, or at least something close to.
Cut the chatter and engage the enemy.
Ah,
she's so cold. What was with that giant blast wave I just shot out? Whoa, is that something I've always been able to do if I hold the run button and swing? Because that's the bee's knees. Okay, I'll go ahead and head back here. Yeah, no, I just give that as an example. Streaming is hard. Like, just having the attention to manage everything. There's a reason why when their partnership system used to depend on you never asking them for help. They're like, if you get stuck with something technologically with streaming, we want you to be able to Google it and figure it out yourself.
Jesus.
Yeah, I know, right? Just do it yourself. This isn't for everybody.
So you have to become pretty tech savvy as well.
Okay. It's up to you. Yeah, there's a lot going on that can just shut you down pretty easily. Cool. That's a good stopping point. We'll take a few minutes break to switch to Jotun, and we'll be back soon. Thanks, guys.